Good morning, my Borio Chiropractic family. Hopefully you guys are doing great out there. Another beautiful day, Central New York. Just absolutely gorgeous. So beautiful. Excited to be here today. I tell you, I was really fired up driving in, listening to some positive messaging and just getting my head in a really great place so that I can serve the people that I take care of here in the office at the highest level I can. Today I wanted to touch on depression. It's actually one of the third leading health challenges right now in the United States. And I think some people say they're depressed or they feel depressed, and they are, but where does it come from, and what is it to be depressed? What does that mean that's actually happening? Because I think many of us understand that there's a feeling of being depressed, but where is that originating from? So let's talk about that. What depression typically is this: it's the culmination of a stress and anxiety, where you then feel the loss of hope. So when you have something happen in your life and you get frustrated or angry, and we all do, right? You still have hope that you can change the situation. So your frustration is, damn it, that isn't working out for me, and now I'm thinking, what do I need to do? Your brain starts kicking into gear, like, okay, what can I do to change this situation or deal with this situation? And that's a place where you still feel like you have control. You still feel like you can change the circumstance. You can change the outcome. When depression sets in, you then feel hopeless. You feel in a situation that you can't change the circumstance, that you feel like, geez, I've exhausted my skill set, what I know. And sometimes it's not a conscious thinking, because it's the result of, I've got this situation in my life, I'm trying everything I can, consciously or unconsciously, and then all of a sudden you just feel like, wow, I get apathetic. I don't feel like I can change it. I don't feel like it's gonna change. This is who I am, or this is the situation, this is what's happening. And then when that happens, that situation where you got frustrated and angry because you felt like you still could change it, now, and that elevates your energy, now it's the opposite. Now it feels draining. Now it feels exhausting. Now it feels like, geez, you know what? I just feel lousy. I feel bad about myself. I feel bad about the situation. I don't feel like I can change it. I don't feel like there's anything I could do that is going to be right. It's only going to get worse. And then our brain starts going into writing some stories that make it even worse, right? Make it even worse. And then sometimes you're at that place, and I mean, the ultimate end is when you're at that place and somebody decides, you know what, it's so painful for me to feel hopeless. It's so painful for me to feel apathetic that I'm going to disengage from people. I'm going to disengage from reality. I'm going to disengage from my circle, and that even makes it worse. And then, I mean, the ultimate is suicide, right? Somebody would decide to take their life, which is so tragic, right? Because often there's so many people that love you, and they don't even know you're hurting, right? They don't even know you're depressed. So it's actually, when I say simple, I don't mean to imply that the situation isn't serious or significant. What I do want to implore all of you is that these little simple steps are very powerful ways in order to overcome the depression. A perfect example is the Heimlich maneuver. I got a serious obstruction in my trachea, right? I mean, I can't breathe right now. It seems, like it's deadly, right? And yet somebody can come behind you and do a simple move, and holy cow, out pops the chicken, because I had a whole piece of chicken with a half a bottle of wine, and all of a sudden, that's out of me, and then I can breathe and everything's fine. So it's almost that simple. There's going to be some simple steps. So one, understanding that depression comes from a loss of control, a feeling, and it may be 100% accurate, a feeling that there's a loss of control. So then how do I gain that back? So you're going to write down, I'm a big fan of the 5 things. So you're going to write down 5 things that you're going to do that are small little steps. And what that does is that increases your sense of control, not in that particular situation. I'm not even going to address that situation. All I'm going to do is I'm going to write down 5 things that I'm going to start to do. One would be taking a few simple breaths every day. Literally, there's small, simple steps. I'm gonna do 5 simple little breaths every day. Number 2 might be I'm gonna watch a video for 1 to 2 minutes that's positive energy, positive thinking. Number 3, I'm going to call somebody that's really positive. Number 4, maybe that's even painful for you to even leave the house, some people, and I can appreciate that. So maybe number 4 is I'm literally going to walk outside and I'm going to go, hey, good morning, Donna. I'm going to walk outside to the mailbox and I'm going to walk inside. You know, the mere fact of movement. There was a great study at Stanford University a number of years ago that showed in depression, if the people moved, it didn't have to be exercise. It didn't even mean they had to go to a gym. But if I got up and I moved, your depression level dropped significantly, right? This is another funny one. I know it seems really silly. This was another study done at NYU a number of years ago where they had people smile in the mirror at themselves for 30 seconds. And if you think about it, that's actually really powerful, isn't it? Because what I'm actually doing isn't during the day, I'm thinking about depressed or my problems or whatever. So I'm really creating a reflection in my mind of being sad or depressed or hopeless or loss of control. So if you stand or sit in front of a mirror for 30 seconds and you smile, you almost can't help but smile inside. Sounds silly, but very, 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 very powerful. But like I said, doing something would be another one, like literally finding something that you love to do. So some people out there, if you're in that state, but maybe you love to knit, or maybe you love to fix things, you know, fix a truck or go outside and mow the lawn, or you like to garden or whatever, finding something that you like to do and just doing a few minutes of that every single day. Even though in your mind you may hear me and say, wow, that's totally unrelated to what's going on. I appreciate that. Remember that depression is when I lose hope. Depression is when I feel like I don't have control in my life of a situation. So what we want to do, when we know that, what we want to do is we want to take little simple steps of gaining control in our life, in other situations. And what that does is that eliminates or minimizes the hopelessness, it eliminates the apathy, it starts to make me feel really good about myself because I'm getting lost in doing something that I really love to do, that I like to do. I'm starting to gain a little bit more action, a little bit more control of the thoughts that I'm creating in my head. And again, it's not quick, it's like anything. It's going to take a few days or maybe a few weeks or even a couple of months, but by doing those little simple steps, it is unbelievable how monumental the changes will be in how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your circumstance, how you feel about your life, and then most importantly, how you feel about the future, right? Now I don't feel negative about the future happening. I feel really positive about the future happening. We did a couple other videos on anxiety and stress. The last point I'll make is writing down a positive story. You know, what are you looking forward to? Right now, if you're depressed, it's tough to write down what you're looking forward to. But as you feel a little bit better with some of these simple steps I'm sharing with you, then what you do is you start writing down, hey, what would I like my future to look like? What do I really want to happen in my life? What do I really want to happen in the situation? And as you start to write that down, again, it's an action step, but it also is you manifesting, it's you creating your future. And that, again, gives you a sense of, wait a minute, I do have control of the steering wheel to a certain degree. And that eliminates that hopelessness. It eliminates the apathy, and your life becomes significantly, certainly significantly better. Last study that was out a number of years ago was on chiropractic care. So what they find is when you get adjusted, it increases and balances the neurotransmitters in your brain. So endorphins and enkephalins, chemicals that make us feel better, dopamine. When you get adjusted, it actually gives you a sense of feeling healthy, or it gives you a sense of well-being. So people under chiropractic care that started chiropractic care when they were depressed actually felt much better. Their depression on the SF-36 scale significantly dropped by bringing a chiropractor into their overall healthcare. So another aspect, another reason that's great to be under chiropractic care, right? So listen, big hug, love, and appreciate you guys in the Borio Chiropractic family. I really appreciate so many private messages and comments that we've been getting. Please share our videos. We would ask you to do that. Make sure you like our videos. If you know somebody dealing with some challenges and depression, make sure you share the video to them, and maybe it'll give them a couple simple steps that they can start to take a little bit more control in their life for sure. We're right here in Cicero. Again, I'm Dr. Joe Borio. I always get excited to come in the office, take care of people, and love people, and really give them the opportunity to live a stronger, better, healthier life. And I would love that opportunity with you. So if you're somebody in our central New York area and we resonate with you and my messages resonate, certainly hit the link above or below. We have a couple of programs in the office that make it really easy and affordable for you to come in and start getting care in the office. There's no greater honor when somebody comes in and asks me to take care of them. I do want to tell you that always means the world to me. So give us a shout. If you're not local and you're somebody in a different state or so many hours away, and you love what we're sharing, by all means, just reach out to me privately. I'll make sure I hook you up with a doc in your area that's in chiropractic care that's going to take care of you and your family, and that's going to make sure they put your interests ahead of their own. I'd love that opportunity as well. At least I feel like, hey, I'm participating and taking good care of you, even if it's not directly, indirectly, right? So love and appreciate you. Big virtual hug coming out to all you guys, and hopefully I'll see you here in my office soon. Thank you so much.